hot off the press, the Christmas Post. Come and get it, the Christmas Post. Hot off the press, newspaper delivery, morning edition, the Christmas Post.
You're early this morning, Hank.
It's Christmas Eve, Patty. Your newsstand's my first delivery, and I wanted to get an early start. I hope to be done by noon. I still have a lot of shopping to do.
Well, from the looks of Main Street, you're going to have plenty of company.
Yeah, it should be a good sales day for you, too. Everyone loves getting the Christmas edition of the Homeboro Post.
Well, I can't sell anything without my newsies.
Now, let me give you a hint. Hey, newsies! Papers are in! Let's go! That ought to do it. And you have a Merry Christmas, Hattie McGee.
The same to you, Hank.
Headlines, we've got to boast. We got the most. walls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Don't we now our gay
Merry
apparel.
Christmas, folks.
Fa la 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 la.
You know, 'tis the season
Join
to
the
be...
ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la.
Thank you. Sorry about that, folks, but it seems that every Christmas Eve it gets noisier and busier than the last. I often wondered, why is everybody in such a hurry on December 24th? Well, I don't think it's because they're trying to get those last-minute gifts or rushing to get home. Nope. Somehow they know there is a miracle in the air just waiting to happen, and they sense they could be a part of it. Take Sam Gillespie here and his caroling group. Actually, this is the entire congregation of the Central Avenue Community Church. Yup, you heard me. Entire congregation. In a year's time, their pastor was called to a larger church downtown, and everybody else thought it was just too long of a drive to go downtown to church, and well, so these are the only folks left. Sam here was the head usher, the first to arrive and the last to leave. Well, after a while, everybody got used to shaking his hand, calling him pastor as they exited, but he refused to take the title of reverend, and now we call him Brother Sam. They're out here caroling, trying to raise money for their soup kitchen and keep their doors open. They could sure use a miracle, or maybe two. And right behind me is another establishment that's always trying to get people to come through its doors. Herzog's Department Store, the oldest store in Holmesboro, Indiana. I should know. My newsstand has been here almost as long as the store has. Things sure have changed since Elliot Herzog Jr. took over from his mother about 5 years ago. Folks used to say no one had more Christmas spirit than Herzogs. But now, this place could sure use a heap of miracles. And what better day for a miracle than Christmas Eve? After all, this was one of the nights when one of the greatest miracles of all happened many years ago. I still think there's a little bit of that first-time Christmas Eve miracle waiting to rub off on us. We'll soon find out, as you were.
Love, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Oops, sorry again about that, folks. I've almost forgot. Now, these are the two you need to keep your eye on this Christmas Eve. That is if you can get them to slow down long enough. Here we have Alice Garfield. There seems to be no one more out of luck or as full of faith than Alice. She's a second-grade teacher, but taking on a seasonal sales job here, working at her. This is her third Christmas alone. Her husband, Frank, was killed in action in Okinawa. But Alice has never looked back. She keeps looking up and moving ahead. And right behind her is her daughter, Katie. Only right now, she doesn't know it. She thinks Katie is spending time with Mrs. Schuster, the next-door neighbor, with her younger brother, Scott. But Katie, too, has taken on a seasonal sales job, selling newspapers, working for me. I reckon they're in the dead-set middle, ready for a huge collision of miracles. I wondered if it'd be today, as you were.
Hi, Hattie. Like my new disguise today? Nobody knew it was me. Not even Sergeant Buchanan.
And it's a good thing he did it. Otherwise, he would have arrested you for impersonation. Impersonation with a man with a very questionable cape. Where did you find that get-up?
In the attic. It's my grandpa's. Grandma used to hide a bunch of his clothes at our house.
Very understandable.
She says he was starting to cause accidents.
Well, you're headed for an accident. You're not more careful. I declare, Katie Louise Garfield, if your mother ever find out you've been sneaking away from Mrs. Schuster to work for me, she'll ground both of us.
Oh, no, she won't find out. Miss Schuster's in on it. So's my brother. I told him if he snitched, Santa would leave him a stocking full of cut-up worms.
Oh, for a 4-year-old, that's not much of a threat.
Besides, Miss Schuster knows I'm only doing this until I earn enough money. I want to buy my mom that locket in Herzog's window. You know, the one she wants so much? But it's got to be a surprise.
Oh, she's going to be surprised, all right. Just keep that curl underneath your cap.
I'm sure glad you hired girls. All the other newsstands in town only want boy newsies.
Look, as far as you're concerned, you are a boy newsie. Although the girl newsies are. Just keep that hair underneath the cap.
Okay.
And remember, no freebies. Last week you gave away more papers than you sold.
I'm sorry, some people didn't have any money.
They didn't have any change, Katie. It's not the same thing. Oh, you're too soft-hearted, just like your mother. Remember, love, you'll never get much by giving things away.
Okay, I'll remember.
Oh, bless you,
Excuse me.
honey. Are you getting a cold?
No, I always sneeze in threes. I'm probably just allergic to Grandpa's coat.
Very understandable. No. Put that handkerchief away. Use your sleeve.
Okay. Is that what boys do?
Among other things. Oh, and it might help you to say, "So is your old man," a lot. And spit.
Ooh.
Just occasionally. Oh, gracious, your mother's heading this way. You better skedaddle. Here, take these papers, crouch down, and go.
Okay, see you at 5.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Garfield.
Merry Christmas, Hattie.
Excuse me.
Newsboy, just a minute.
Christmas post, ma'am? It's on the house. Oh, yeah. So's your old man. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You better start teaching your newsies some manners, Hattie. Also some business sense. You'll never make much by giving things away.
So I've heard.
I don't remember seeing that newsboy around here before. Would I know him from somewhere?
I wouldn't be surprised. You look a little confused, dear. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you. It's just... I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for today. First, I dumped the insides of my purse all over Main Street, and then I guess I really must be seeing things because I could have sworn I saw my dad a bit ago, but that's impossible. He's in Chicago, and we won't see him till New Year's.
I wouldn't worry about that, dear. You know, it's just the hustle and bustle of Christmas Eve. You know what they say. Anything can happen, even a miracle or two.
I could use both of them.
Still short on the cash department.
I took this sales job on pure commission. Boy, was that a leap of faith in the wrong direction.
Here's the thing about steps of faith. You can only take one at a time. You'll see. Everything will work out eventually.
I can't wait for eventually, Hattie. I have until 5 o'clock today. Then poof, just like Cinderella, everything disappears. My extra job evaporates, and my extra paycheck becomes a pumpkin. And what am I left with? A 1934 Studebaker with a busted carburetor, and 2 kids with empty stockings.
Empty stockings? You don't mean that...
No. I don't mean empty. I just mean empty. You know, I can't get the special gifts. Scotty wants one of those chrome-lined pedal power cars at Herzog's. And Katie, she has her heart set on a bicycle. Except she stopped mentioning it about 2 weeks ago, right after the car died. Now she keeps dropping little hints about how she really doesn't need anything at all and how her room is too crowded as it is. She's something pretty special.
It runs in the family.
Excuse me, ladies. A Merry Christmas to
Merry
you.
Christmas, Brother Sam.
The caroling was beautiful, Brother Sam.
Such enthusiastic participation.
Yes, that's one of the greatest advantages when an entire congregation is also your choir. Perfect church attendance at every concert. It just gets a little confused when it comes to applause.
Your nativity scene is still on for this afternoon, isn't
Got the
it?
frankincense right in here. By the way, Alex, I found this money by the bus stop a few minutes ago. Sergeant Buchanan said it was probably yours. He said you had a slight mishap.
Sergeant Buchanan was never very good at filling out accident reports. Keep the money, Brother Sam. Put it in your collection for your soup kitchen.
Are you sure the church is able to?
Oh, I'm sure. They need it far more than I, especially today.
Especially today. Well, you are coming to our Christmas Eve service tonight, aren't you? We're going to be giving away food and coats and toys away to any family in need.
I don't think I'm quite that destitute, not yet anyway. But I know Scotty and Katie would love it. I just don't know how late I'll be going. Today's my last day.
Yeah, I'll save a seat for you tonight. We shouldn't prove too difficult.
At the top of the 24th, could I offer anyone a jelly donut this morning? Special flavor today, peppermint.
Ew. Sergeant Buchanan, I'm so glad to see you and your rations. I was starting to worry.
I've been on patrol since dawn, Miss McGee. You know, I like to make sure that the bakery is secure when it opens. And now that the business is about to begin, I have the precinct on alert for looting and riot control. After all, it is Christmas Eve, and anything can happen today.
I keep hearing that.
Say, preacher, that was some mighty fine warbling. But could you get your folks to sing Peg in My Heart?
It's Christmas, Sergeant.
Okay. How about the Wearing of the Green?
I'm putting your request. Goodbye, everyone. God bless.
Bye, Brother Sam.
Hattie, can I use your phone to check with headquarters? I got some undercover men in a manhole in the corner of Central and 43rd. Oh, and Alice, glad to see your dad's back in the holidays. Back home for the holidays.
My dad, you saw him too?
Yes, never looked better. Tell him to drop by some night this week for donuts and a game of canasta. That man sure can do this. Hello, Lieutenant Shaughnessy. It's Buchanan. Did you hand out the gas mask this morning?
I don't think I'm ready for today.
Guys, quiet. 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 No, I mean it. You guys aren't listening. I think my mom's onto me. So I've got to trade Main Street for somewhere else. Anywhere else. Volunteers? Thanks, Kelly. I'll take Central, you take Main. And the rest of you guys do a secret sign like this. If you see my mom coming, okay? Now, Trudy, you're treasurer. How much more do I have to earn? I didn't know I needed that much more.
And I can't believe how much more I need to earn in just one day. I really want to be able to buy these gifts. My kids have such faith in me. I can't let them down. Oh, Hattie, nobody's trying harder than I. But I just can't get ahead. Fact is, I can barely keep up. Seems I'm always short on money and long on debt. Hard times I remember, good times I forget. I'm full up with troubles, I'm fresh out of time, and all I've got is one more day to find. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, that dares to last. A little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough. When believing in Christmas just may not be enough. So if a little more faith could find its way under my Christmas tree, there'll be a little more Christmas this Christmas for me.
See, I've got to come through, especially this year. My mom deserves it. Seems she's always finding worries and losing sleep. Smiles come once a day now, laughter once a week. I know she thinks Christmas is in short supply, but she's got me and I've got plans to buy. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, that days to last. A little more future, a little less past.
look sharp. Step lively, everyone. The store opens in 10 minutes. I don't want to miss 1 minute of today.
Oh, no, Hattie. It's my supervisor and the sales staff. Oh, look at me. A 5 o'clock face and it's not even 9. I don't think I'm ready for today.
You're ready. Just one step at a time.
Okay, gang. Time to hit the streets. I'll be right there. I see my first sale headed this way.
And remember, minions, Herzog's means quality. Herzog's means quantity. Herzog's means... Quiet! Thank you.
Christmas pulse, sir? It's only a nickel.
Ah, how quaint. An example of American entrepreneurial enterprise in miniature. Observe, staff, the shrewd trade savvy of Maxwell Q. Selden. And so, my little fellow, what special deal are you prepared to make me so I won't take my nickel to another merchant?
Oh, here's your paper. It's free.
Oh, no, wait a minute, kid. That's not a special deal. That's just stupid.
So's your old man.
Staff, this is not the sales technique we perform here at Herzog's. Remember, we make people buy things they never knew they wanted with money they never knew they had. It's a mission of mercy. It really is.
Good morning, Maxwell. Hi, everybody.
Late again as usual, Miss Garfield.
Late? I'm early. I was here before anybody.
Obviously, you forgot about our 8 o'clock staff meeting this morning. In front of J.C. Penney's, we dumped 10 gallons of eggnog on the front entrance. Whoopsie daisy. Quiet!
Maxwell, you know I can't be anywhere by 8. I can barely get here by 9. I have to walk, remember? My car is broken, and I didn't have the money to fix it. I still don't. That's why I had to take this second job. And if I don't get my car fixed, I'll probably lose my first job. And now I have a mortgage, a pile of bills, and now Christmas.
Yes, Mrs. Garfield. The road of life is filled with bumps. But with or without a car, I expect you to be on time, in line, by 9. And although this is your last day with us, and we're going to miss you so much, if you cannot cut the Herzog mustard, you could always consider early retirement.
Quit? I can't. I have 2 kids who depend on me. Haven't you ever had someone to depend on, Maxwell?
No. And nor have I ever been the dependee. Life is so much easier when you only have to take care of yourself. It's a very simple number to remember. 1.
1? That's all you have? Even on a day like today? Like Christmas Eve?
Of course on Christmas Eve. Look at this frenzied crowd gathering. 1 is all I can keep track of. Now let's open the store.
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. May God deliver the richest blessings to you today.
Fine, as long as they don't come COD. Now excuse me, Brother Sap.
Sam.
Look, whatever. I'm sure if you talk to the store's bookkeeper, the store will make a standard contribution. Now, I'm in a bit of a rush. Thank you.
No. I'm just here to check the order of events for today. According to the schedule, we're supposed to sing in front of your store at the even hours and 43rd Central on the odd hours. And then at 4 o'clock is our nativity scene right here. Is that correct?
Look, you can polka with reindeer for all I care. Just don't block the flow of customers. And that goes for you too, Miss Associated Press.
Happy holidays. Would you like a piece of fruitcake?
Ah, I know your game. Just keep those kids and those papers off of store property.
What about a cheese ball instead? Can I cut you some?
Ah, first bribes, now threats. You know, I could report you to the Federal Trade Commission.
And one day you're going to figure out how to have a real Christmas. And until then, Maxwell Southern, happy holidays.
American commerce in decline. It is not a pretty sight. Otis, man that door. And the rest of you customers, the store won't open for another 10 minutes. I got a pack of wild dogs. Back. Get back. Now listen, father.
Brother.
Whatever. Look, we want some peppy carols today.
Peppy?
Yes, full of zing, plenty of razzmatazz. We want people in the mood to lay down the lettuce, not kneel and pray.
I'm afraid we see Christmas in a somewhat different perspective, Mr. Selden. You see it as the season of selling. I see it as the season of receiving.
Selling, receiving, what's the difference? As long as they come in the right order.
Actually, there's a big difference because the only gift that matters on Christmas cannot be bought, and that's because it's free.
Well, free gifts are a quick way to go out of business.
It's a lucky thing for the world that Jesus didn't share his same philosophy.
Well, Jesus obviously didn't know how to market Christmas properly.
Maxwell, Jesus is Christmas.
Excuse me.
No. I'll tell you what Christmas is. People are Christmas. Those people. The American consumer. Gullible fools, all of them. With all due respect, Rev, on Christmas Eve, they'd much rather be shopping in a store than praying at a church.
You know, in some ways, you do have a point there. Those people are what the season's all about. All the more reason why we'll be out there singing today. There's a lot they need to hear.
But you'll keep things peppy, right?
Oh, lots and lots of joy, trust me.
And modern. Make it very today.
Lots of news, good news, as a matter of fact.
Well, perfect then. Hurry up with those items. Quickly now, quickly. To your post, Miss Garfield, to your post.
We were just rearranging the jewelry display.
Toys, Mrs. Garfield. Your department is toys.
I remember. Hey, Nadine, make sure you keep an eye on the gold locket. I don't have enough to buy it, but I'd miss looking at it every day.
All right, everyone. Store looks primed. We have about 2 minutes before...
Ahoy! Arriving at 0900 hours off the starboard bow.
Mr. Herzog arrives. Oh, and he's early. Of all days, he's early. He's already in the store. Quick, everyone, grab a present. Get in line. Display some merchandise. Quick. Hurry. All right. Now, look happy. Oh, that's too artificial. Look humble. Oh, you'll never sell anything like that. Look aggressive. Oh, not too angry. Oh, look religious. Come on, Brother Sam.
Sam.
Whatever. Look like you want to sell something.
I don't want to sell. I want people to receive.
Here. Receive. Now everyone sing.
What's
What do we
this?
sing, Miss? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Herzog. Happy birthday to you.
Best choice.
If this is a surprise party, there has been a gross miscalculation. You do have the correct date of my birth in the captain's log, Miss Plunkett.
June 17th, an act of Congress couldn't change it.
Well, if you think today is June 17th, you're in for a rude awakening. Miss Plunkett and I have been here since dawn, double-checking our inventory, and I expect all of you to meet your quota and unload your cargo. To your stations! Not that way, Miss Garfield, to starboard!
Sorry, sir, I mean, aye.
And a word with you, Mr. Selden.
Aye.
That's using the old brain, Maxie.
At least I've got one.
Double check the inventory. Oh, kid, don't worry. The boss barks at everyone, just like a poodle.
Oh, Dixie, I've been here 2 weeks and I still can't keep my bow and stern straight.
It's been 2 years for the rest of us, honey. He was only in the Navy for 5 months during the war, you know. Never saw a day of action. Just sat on a cargo freight out in San Diego. I think he's compensating for missed opportunities, if you ask me.
Well, he certainly runs a tight ship.
Honey, if things were any tighter around here, we'd all die of asphyxiation. Everything is run exactly the way my family did when they founded Herzog 42 years ago. That dog don't hunt. Mrs. Herzog used to run a store that put the customer before the almighty dollar. Everyone in Holmesboro said that no one had more Christmas spirit than Herzog's.
What happened?
Herzog, Jr.
I don't want to see any more slip-ups, Captain Selden, or you'll find yourself back in the galley where you started.
The warehouse, sir, you wouldn't.
I would.
Oh, you couldn't.
I could. Oh. It took us 4 years to make you in charge of Sporting Good, 3 years to make you sales manager. It would only take me 1 minute to get you back to heaving boxes. So I better see some pucks and putters flying off those shelves. Do I make myself clear?
But it's not my fault. Mrs. Garfield missed the staff meeting this morning. Then she displayed a downright nasty attitude.
I said, do I make myself clear?
Aye.
And the rest of you, I want your sails hoisted and your rudder straight as full sails ahead. And I want all of you to seize the opportunity to sell these cloth dolls and paddle balls. We're overstocked, and today's our last day to sell them. So no matter what a child, he or she, thinks, make them buy these instead.
But that's not what Christmas is about. Children need to wish for one special present. We all do.
There's only one thing this Christmas is about, and that is selling surplus. So everybody move them, or you'll find yourselves being moved right out the door. Any questions?
Yes, I have a...
What do you want?
I have a question.
Who are you?
Brother Brother Sam.
Oh, yeah, Brother Sal from the First Baptist Synagogue. Look, just keep things peppy and sing anything you want. Just stay away from the doors, and we'll keep 10% of what you take.
10%?
That is the correct figure, Miss Plunkett.
Unfortunately.
Mr. Herzog, that collection money is going to help and nourish people in need.
Which is precisely what I am in the business to do. Just the way my family did when they founded Herzog 42 years ago. You see, son, I just don't run a store. It's a vessel. of life. And I'm the commander. And if you're not on board, it's every man for themselves. Do I make myself clear?
The sea of trade. In my captain's talk, I detail every blessed sight I've made. From sense to stern, I know what I learned, and I hourly review it. From force to aft is a thankless task, but someone's got to do it.
And you're the man to do it.
I labor willingly to this philosophy. It's a big heave ho for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough.
Aye, aye.
Give aloud ahoy, for in my employ the policy is kept.
Wait, the green stuff? Is that all matters to you? You can't mean that, not on Christmas Eve.
Especially on Christmas Eve. Why, it's the greatest sales day of the year. We even have a cash and carry policy. No cash, no carry. Ha ha! Oh, Daddy will be so proud.
It's a day for cash transactions. Regulations must be there. And the buyer's satisfaction must not interfere with sales. I know everyone agrees here.
Aye!
Credit rolls no ho ho ho. After all, my middle name is Ebenezer.
Your middle name is Ebenezer.
Yes, sir, and proud of it.
If Scrooge were here, I'm sure he'd take this vow. It's a big heave ho for the profits grow when you ship and crew are tough.
Aye, aye!
Give aloud ahoy, for in my employ the policy is set.
Give aloud ahoy for his employ. The policy is
Mr. Herzog, I know I've only been here for 2 weeks, but surely you could bend the rules for one day, especially on Christmas Eve?
Bend the rules? Violate regulations? Not on my command, Miss Garfield. But what are you trying to do? Incite a mutiny?
No, of course not.
Well, then get back on board. Everyone to their post. Rough seas ahead.
When recession winds are blowing, the ship is mast and shore. Our employees must keep rowing, everyone must pull his oar. Unless we dock with the whale of a sock and a great big surplus anchor, one day you'll blink and the store will sink. And I'll be the one who sank her.
You'll be the one who sank her.
Cough that out. That day won't come, you see.
If we're all in harmony.
It's a big heap ho for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give aloud ahoy, for in my employ the policy is kept the prince out. It's a big heap ho for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give aloud ahoy, for in my employ the policy is kept the prince out. It's a big heap ho, the profits grow. Aloud ahoy, for my employ the policy will guarantee that we'll
The store cast off in 1 minute.
Otis, get that door ready. The rest of you, batten down the merchandise. I'll take the wheel.
Wow, that's reassuring.
I'll stuff a stocking in it, Dixie.
Well, I better get out of this way. The stampede. I mean, tidal wave. You are coming tonight, aren't you?
Wouldn't miss it. 4 o'clock, right?
As far as I know.
You better abandon ship now, Brother Shrimp.
What a great day. There's money in the air. I can smell it. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2.
shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. This is shopping, shopping. Let's get it shopping, 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 shopping.
Excuse me, but do you know where I can find the return department?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know. I'm still new here.
Side road back to the left behind the shop here.
Oh, shopping. Thank you.
What's wrong with me, Dixie? It's 10 a.m. and I barely sold a yo-yo.
Have some shopping in it.
What do you mean?
Here, I'm gonna show you.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
Sally, you gotta start Sally.
Guess I'm not so good at take your toes. I'm
Hey, excuse me, but do you know where the return department is?
Fat chance, buddy. Nobody returns Maxwell to sell this merchandance. Now move out of the way. You're blocking the customer's view.
Just a minute there, Maxwell.
I mean, happy holidays, Mr. Consumer. I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. It's a very busy morning.
I see. What's the total?
Well, a lot. Well, a lot more than that boy department.
We'll see this afternoon, won't we? I'd hate to see my sales captain outsold by a swabby. Carry on.
Aye, aye. Show her.
I'll show him.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
Christmas rush is on again. It's high in overdrive. We only have a single day. We pray we will survive.
Oh, no, you don't. Hey, everybody got a shopping for you. Yes, I do. So buy from me. I'm gonna sell these bargains.
Do either of you know where the return department is?
No!
That's right, Alice, but the little gimmicks aren't going to get you anything.
Except this pile of sales receipts.
No dice. You're going to see every single one of those items back at the return department.
Did somebody say return department?
No!
All right, kids, how much have you sold? That's it? I guess Katie didn't sell anything either. All right, well, I taught every single one of you to yell from Central Street down to Main Station. So let's hear some of yours.
Sally, Sally.
That's it,
Extra,
kids.
extra. Sally, Sally. Read all about it. Sally, Sally.
There you go, kids. Sell my paper.
Shout it, shout it. Sally, Sally. Get your Christmas post.
Is this the return department?
Well, that depends on what you got.
Top of the afternoon, almost time for the nativity, isn't it?
Yep, 1 hour from now at 4, if anyone's here to watch us.
Say, the collection bucket seems empty. Have you ever considered giving away free donuts?
Sounds kind of sticky, Sergeant. I think we're fine, as long as... We're singing, singing. We are singing, singing. But no one's listening, listening to our singing, singing. But we'll keep right on singing. We'll sing, sing, sing. The Christmas rush is on again. He's murder on the beat. The ladies set the hours by. We're dying to compare.
Bargains. Come and get your bargains. Hey, everybody got a deal for you. Yes, I do. So buy from me. I'm gonna sell these bargains.
The store closes in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, but it's only 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, we always close on Christmas Eve.
But you can.
There's up to do anything.
Some bread, Mrs. Garfield.
You want to bring something break, Maxie?
Gladly. Mr. Herzog, please.
Time for your last
Shopping, 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 shopping.
Bargains.
Singing,
Extra, extra.
Bargains.
singing,
Hey, everybody got a deal for you. Yes, I do. So buy from me.
singing.
I'm gonna sell these bargains. Let me sing till I drop, drop, drop.
Sing, sing,
Your bargains.
singing,
Come and get your bargains.
singing,
Hey, everybody got a deal for you. Yes, I do. So
you very much for shopping at Herzog's department store. We know you had your choice of merchants, and we appreciate your patronage. Now, bon voyage, Merry Christmas, and please vacate the building at 1600 hours. That means now.
Oh, never mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may pick up your pay envelopes and your Christmas bonuses on your way out. Just remember, 1 salami per employee. I'll see you all at 9 a.m. on the 26th.
That's 8 o'clock in front of Sears and Roebuck's. Remember, don't forget the eggnog.
Mr. Herzog, couldn't you keep the store open a little bit longer, especially when there's an emergency?
And what might this emergency be, Miss Scarfield?
Me. I'm the emergency. I've been working on pure commission, and I just about had the money I needed to get my kids their special gifts. Over there, that yellow car in aisle 10, and the silver bicycle. Oh, please, Mr. Herzog, 1 more hour is all I need.
Miss Scarfield, I am sympathetic to your plight, but there's no way that Herzog's department store will stay open 1 minute past 4 p.m. on Christmas Eve. It never has. Just the way my family did when they founded Herzog 42 years ago. Case closed.
Oh, sorry, kid. He's got the facts right, but not the story. Mrs. Herzog used to close the store at 4 to throw the biggest Christmas party that Holmesboro had. Everyone was invited, including those people that Brother Sam and his friends are trying to help.
When did we all lose sight of what Christmas is about?
Oh, probably when we all lost sight of who Christmas is about. Come on, kid. There's a salami with your name on it.
Last call. All ashore. Who's going ashore?
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joy for all ye nations rise.
Wait a minute. What's going on? Alice, what's going on? The store can't be closing.
It can, and it has.
But it's only 4 o'clock.
Herzog's has always closed on 4 p.m., just the way my family did when they founded Herzog 42 years.
I know it has in the past, but, I thought this year would be different. You see, we're supposed to sing in front of your store right now.
And what's stopping you?
Look at this place. It's deserted. What's the point?
Well, I'm sorry your box office is down. Perhaps it's your wardrobe. Now, excuse me, I have to go home and change into my civvies. I have some last-minute shopping to do.
You mean you don't shop in your own store?
Oh, no. The prices are too high. Plus, we're closed.
Goodbye, kid. Remember what tomorrow is.
I know.
Christmas. Another excuse to pay the American worker a day's wages for not working. That must be the goodwill towards men clause.
You know, Maxwell, I bet the only thing you're going to find under your Christmas tree tomorrow morning is a safe deposit box. I'm sure you two will be very happy together.
A match made in heaven, I assure you.
Honey, you wouldn't know if heaven hit you in the face with a salami.
Dare you can say that to me.
I guess the star didn't shine bright enough to get us to Bethlehem this year. We'll try again next year. Hattie, we'll be singing further down the street. And Alice, we'll still save a seat for you tonight.
Thanks, Sam.
Bye,
God
Brother
bless.
Sam.
Bye.
So much for taking a step of faith. Even 1 step at a time, I fell flat on my face.
I wouldn't exactly call this a fall. Maybe a little stumble.
Well, call it whatever you like. But the fact remains, it's Christmas Eve, and I've come up short. 1 more hour, and I would have had the money I needed. But instead, zip. The day started with nothing, looks like it's going to end with nothing.
I seem to recall that faith is the evidence of things not seen.
Well, I sure don't see anything. I don't know how anyone can get much faith from that.
You still seem to be operating under the notion that seeing is believing. You've got it all backwards. Believing is seeing. Anything can happen on Christmas Eve. Miracles are yours for the asking. The unexpected happens when you believe it may. So
I'm afraid it closed at 4 o'clock.
Oh, no. This can't be happening.
What's wrong?
I had a present for my daughter on layaway. A dollhouse. You know, that big special present. Oh, no. I just let her down. She had so much faith in me, and I failed her.
Wait a minute. I work at Herzog's. I don't know how, but I'm going to find a way to get you in.
You will? Oh, miss, you're a lifesaver.
All I need to find is the key.
Mrs. Herzog gave this to me years ago for an emergency. And as I recall, you are the emergency. Just remember, you don't know where you got it from. What you do with it is entirely your affair.
Today, I'll find a way to make her dream come true. Just wait and see. Today, tomorrow will change, 'cause I know that she is counting on me. Look, miss, I found the key. I can open up the doors to Herzog's now.
Herzog's is open. The sale is back on. Herzog's is open.
Wait a minute. I was only opening the door for one person.
I have just one more hour, and I'll have all the money I need.
That's right. Herzog's is open. Special last-minute madness sale. 1 hour early. Hurry, shoppers. It's your last chance.
Alice, what in the world is going on?
Isn't it wonderful, Brother Sam? I believed that something would happen, and it did. I'm going to make the money I need.
Where did you get the key?
I don't remember. But the nativity scene is back on. Bring out the frankincense and hang.
Gloria in Excelsius Deo. We're on our way.
I'm right behind you.
Shopping.
Christmas rush is on again. He's flying over time. We only have a single day. We pray we will survive.
Mrs. Garfield, what is the meaning of this?
Maxwell, Dixie, what are you doing here?
Well, when I saw two men running down the street with a canoe from my department, I knew something was afoot.
A Christmas Eve madness sale? Mrs. Herzog would love this. Count me in. What do you say, Maxie?
Out of your mind?
I'll be right with you.
Oh, no, you don't. You're trying to earn that extra commission. Well, you're not going to sign up my rackets or snorkels. You want to play in the big leagues? You got it.
You don't have a brain.
That's all you got.
Maybe that's all I need.
It's over now, Garfield.
Just begun, Sheldon. Everyone to your corners and come out swinging. Bargains, come and get your bargains. Hey, everybody's got a deal for you. Yes, I do, so buy from me. I'm gonna sell these bargains till I drop.
Great day in the afternoon. What's going on here?
I'm not sure, but isn't it grand, Sergeant? You were right. Anything can happen today.
Anything can happen. Looting and rioting, I knew it. I need to call the boss. I tried to warn them. Surely I did. But does anybody listen to Mike O'Reilly Buchanan? No, they don't. Thank you very much.
Anything can happen, anything can happen.
Mr. Herzog, it's Buchanan.
Anything can happen, anything can happen.
You gotta get to the store quick.
Anything can happen, anything can happen.
It's a riot, sir. You're being wrong.
All right, we gotta get their attention.
We gotta get their attention. Okay, we gotta bring some tickets. Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Okay, don't fight.
Feliz Navidad.
Navidad.
You cannot steal this. Look. Come on.
Joy to the world. Joy to the world. The Lord has
Don't come. I was just trying to make the next connection.
See? Didn't I tell you folks that anything can happen? I'm sure glad tonight is a night of miracles. It's going to take one to clear this catastrophe. We're going to find out how this is all going to work out in 15 minutes. As you were.
Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
It is now 4:45 on Christmas Eve, and may I say for the record that in the 42 years since my family founded Herzog's department store, nothing has ever been done this way before, and God willing, nothing will ever be done this way again. I demand to know who is responsible for this lawless disregard of policy and tradition.
Me? You can't all be looking at me. I was the sole voice of reason in a world gone mad. I battled tirelessly to put an end to this carnage. I put my life on the line while sustaining a painful cosmetic
Stick a snorkel in it, Maxwell. It was all my doing, Mr. Herzog. A person needed one special present, and apparently a lot of other people did too, including me.
I see. Miss Garfield, I guess there is nothing left for me to do than to fire you.
Wait, what? No, now wait just a minute, Mr. Herzog. You can't fire Alice.
And pray tell me why not?
Well, for one thing, it was her last day. And the store closed at 4 o'clock.
That's true. However, Miss Garfield did open the store up to 5 p.m., and since there's still 12 minutes left to her employment, it's terminated. What's more, I am keeping all of her wages collected thus far to pay for the damages.
What?
Mr. Herzog, if you do that, I won't have a Christmas tomorrow. I may not even have a tomorrow, period.
It's a little too late to be thinking about that now, isn't it, Miss Garfield? Maxwell, Sergeant, come with me. I have to go to the precinct around the corner to file a complaint. I hope Mommy doesn't see this.
Mr. Herzog, wait. Surely you don't want to fire Mrs. Garfield. Don't you think that might be a bit extreme? Surely it was her fault. Yes. But to take all of her money, doesn't everyone deserve a Christmas morning? Couldn't you change your policy maybe just this once?
Which question do you want me to answer, Maxwell?
Well, all of them.
Let's see. Yes, no, not necessarily, and are you out of your mind? Let's go.
Can I finish what you're doing it first?
Sergeant!
But they only serve peppermints on one day.
Maxwell, you have to get Mr. Herzog to reconsider. You don't know how much Alice was right on that money.
Oh, I tried. Didn't you hear me? I tried. After all, I am not my brother's keeper, or my sister's for that matter. We would all be so much better off if we just learned to rely on ourselves.
I'm sorry that everything seems to be a matter of self-interest for you. By the way, here's our 10% of our take, as Mr. Herzog put it. It's not much, but great things always seem to come from it. I suggest you stop looking at price tags. It doesn't always tell you what something's worth.
Chin up, kid, and remember what tomorrow is. And anything can...
No, thank you. I've had quite enough of things happening. And I'm calling it quits before I ruin everybody else's Christmas too.
Alice, everything you did today was for one reason only, to give someone a better Christmas. God honors a giving heart. It just takes sometimes a little longer than we planned.
I'm sorry, Brother Sam. I'm out of time. And just about everything else. For the last 3 years, all I've done is ask God for more faith. And he keeps answering no. Look at this catastrophe around me.
You see, that's part of the problem. You're paying too much attention at the circumstances and not on God.
That's right. And that's one recipe for disaster, child. Why, look at Mary and Joseph, or even the shepherds and the kings. If they'd all sat around with the miseries and thought about nothing except how impossible their situation was, where do you think they would have ended up? Not in Bethlehem, I can tell you that. The fact is, they didn't understand all of God's plan. Sometimes they didn't even have a map. All they had was a star and a promise. So listen here, Lamb Chop. No more steps of faith. I think it's time for you to take a leap. No one got to Bethlehem without a little forward motion. You need to take a leap. Remember this, child. Ready? Don't give up. Don't give in. When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you. Night and day, he's telling you to keep the faith. So don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give in.
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick in.
Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you.
Night and day he's telling you to keep the faith.
Remember when the king put Daniel in the lion's cage without a single means of self-defense? But Danny had a simple faith that calmed the lion rage, so breakfast didn't come at his expense. When morning came, the king was sure that Danny boy was gone. But there Danny sat with all those cats, his faith had made him strong. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in.
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
Let your faith kick in.
Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you.
Night and day he's telling you to keep the faith.
Remember the disciples sailing on the stormy sea. The boat was tossed and they began to sweat. But Jesus strode across the waves and called out, "Come to me." And boldly Peter gambled, getting wet. The mighty faith of Simon Peter suddenly shone. Will you take your eyes off the prize, honey child, your son? So don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give in.
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick in.
Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you.
Night and day he's telling you to keep the faith. Keep the faith.
When Daniel faced the lions, he had faith.
He had faith.
So when you don't feel like trying, keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
When Peter walked on water, he had faith.
He had faith.
So when the going's tough, you gotta keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
When your day
Garfield, what are you still doing here? I thought I made it perfectly clear that your employment with us ended exactly 5 minutes ago. What are you still doing here?
Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know. Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know.
And what is that, Miss Garfield?
It's about your policies and the way you run the store and Christmas. It's more than the green stuff and a lot more than regulations and cash transactions and salamis. And if you don't take a leap of faith once in a while, you'll never get to Bethlehem. And I think there's such a thing as running too tight of a ship.
What are you talking about, Miss Garfield?
Your ship's too tight, sir!
What is she talking about, Miss Plunkett?
She's saying what everyone is saying.
And what is everyone saying?
Oh, Mr. Herzogs, what a wonderful idea to have a Christmas Eve madness sale. Such excitement, such savings. It's like the good old days of Herzogs.
I'll say. You know, I haven't done much shopping here at Herg's, obviously, but I certainly will from now on.
Thank you. I think.
It's a pleasure to patronize a store that puts the customer before the almighty dollar.
You can say that again. Will you be having another madness sale on the 26th?
Well, I'm not sure. That is to say, the policy hasn't been established yet. Excuse me for 1 second. Maxwell, what is going on here?
I'm not so
Brother
sure.
Sam, what's going on?
Sometimes God takes a little longer than we planned.
I apologize about the earlier confusion. However, regarding this so-called Christmas Madness sale, all I could say is that there's no way that we here at Herzog would have anything to do with that. Mother?
Hello, Elliot. Merry Christmas.
Now, before you say a word, I can explain everything.
I don't think you have to. I have heard the whole story from half of Holmesboro.
That many people?
My phone has not stopped ringing 1 solid hour. New customers, old customers, the boys down at 47th Precinct. Everyone, this Christmas Eve madness sale. It seems to have turned the store and the town upside down. So I only have one thing to say.
Oh, I've weathered many a storm and gale. Fire away, Mother.
Brilliant sales strategy, son. I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm surprised. I mean, it comes to no surprise that I would come up with such a marketing campaign that would so capture the spirit of Christmas. And of course, I hit some bumps along the way, but I insisted and stood firm that, of course, Dixie Plunkett, she sure keep things peppy. And Brother Sal and the singers, they of course, it was a group effort of. It was all Alice's Garfield idea.
I thought someone else was involved. Congratulations, my dear. Whatever gave you the inspiration?
I was just trying to get a special present for someone.
That's what the store has always been about for 42 years. Well, my dear, I'm certainly proud to have someone like you on her side table. Aren't you, son?
Yes, Mother?
Does that mean I get to keep my 2 weeks of salary?
Why, of course. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you'd stick around for next week for the after Christmas sale. Do you have any brainstorms for the 26th?
The 26th? But that'll be too late. I need the money now. Yes, Mrs. Herzog, I do have a brainstorm.
Miss Garfield, what are you talking about?
We'll have a sale now. After all, we still have 10 minutes until 5 o'clock, and we haven't moved any of those overstocked cloth dolls and paddle balls, so we'll offer them at a special price.
But we already sold them at half price.
No, double the price. Half the proceeds will go to Brother Sam's soup kitchen, and all the toys can be donated to the needy children at the church service tonight.
That is the most irresponsible, addle-brained, unprecedented idea I have ever
I
heard.
love it.
I love it.
Well, carry on, my dear. I leave the rest of Christmas Eve in good hands. Well, I must run. I have an appointment at a Christmas tree with my grandchildren. And so do you, Elliot. Don't be late. 15 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot. Amanda sent you a note reminding you to get the angel for the top of the tree. Now, don't disappoint my favorite granddaughter. She has a lot of faith in you. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. And God bless your new year.
Merry Christmas, Mother. We have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to sell these overstocked paddle balls and cloth dolls. Where's my workforce? Oh, Maxwell, I know. No. Otis, you sure? No. Patsy? Nadine? Oh, Dixie Plunkett, I know that you can help.
In your dreams, we're all officially off duty. Looks like you only have one salesperson left.
One person for all this?
I do have 10 minutes of my extended employment.
That's right. And remember, she's on commission.
The church is 6 blocks to your left. Church service starts in 30 minutes. Just follow the congregation. See you there.
Get your Christmas Eve special. Double the price. Give it away. Spread some hope for Christmas Day. So don't give up. Don't give up. No, no, no. Don't give in. When the going up, that's just making sense. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day He's telling you to keep. Don't give up. Don't give up. No, no, no. Don't give in. When the going's up, that's just making sense. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day He's telling you to keep. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day He's telling you to keep. Keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Oh, Dixie, haven't you ever seen so much
Green stuff?
Yeah, green stuff.
Goodbye, green stuff.
And it's certainly gratifying to know that most of this is going to Brother Sam's soup kitchen. And after Alice's commission, the rest can go to any damages. Starting with this captain's log.
And what is wrong with the captain's log?
No, nothing in particular, but look at this. Who left this peppermint jelly donut in accounts receivable? Whoopsie-daisy. And I think there's something we need to do about this whistle.
And what is wrong with that whistle?
Well, why don't you take a closer look?
Oh, I see. Oh, yes, I see that right now.
You were right, Brother Sam. If you stay focused on your problems, you'll never see past them, even when God is there all the time.
Yes, it's a good thing that God is so willing to wait for us. No matter how long we take. Excuse me for a moment, Alice. Maxwell, are you all right? You seem awfully quiet today.
I'm just taking careful stock of the inventory, you know. Big Christmas Eve madness sale. You got to take a careful look at where things are positioned in place.
Yes, Christmas Eve is a good time to do that. And it was certainly quite a sale, wasn't it, Maxwell?
Boy, I cannot believe all of those people paying double price for something they didn't even want and then just giving it away. They're just...
Gullible fools.
That's not what I said. This time. Sam, about earlier today, well, some of the things that I said, all right, all of the things that I said, what I want to say to you is, what I'm trying to say is that...
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. That's all you need to say. Don't worry about it. So you're just about to head home?
Sure, I'm not going to spend the night in this drafty icebox.
No. I mean, are you going to spend Christmas with your family?
My family has moved on.
I'm sorry.
The Depression killed both my parents, first Dad, then Mom. Watching your folks work themselves to an early grave turns the color of your perspective. You know, I swore 5 years ago that I would never be poor again, and that would never happen to me, and so far it hasn't.
Were the moments with your mom and dad happy?
Always.
Then you weren't poor.
What are you talking about? We were one step away from being destitute, especially at Christmas.
I'll tell you what colored my perspective, especially on Christmas. That in the middle of our most expensive holiday lies a baby, wrapped in rag, homeless, and well, destitute. In some way, I believe that's why he came here like that, so people like us can listen to him, especially when he talks about what brings true success in life. Like when he said, and what good would it do to you if you gain the whole world and lose your soul?
Well, we were never in any trouble of gaining the whole world. Back when it was just Mom and me, half the time, we didn't even know where our next meal was coming from. She had to work an extra job at Christmas just so I would have a special gift for me, and I always had at least something under the tree for me.
Maxwell, you should join me and my family tomorrow. Christmas is a lousy time to spend alone.
According to who?
Well, God, for one. You see, that's how this whole thing got started. He saw we weren't doing too well on our own, so he came to help us. He became one of us. Even took a name that meant just that, Emmanuel, God with us.
That's a comforting thought, Sam, if you live in a world made of nativity sets and Christmas cards. But in my world, people leave. And people die. You better get used to relying on yourself.
Yes, people die. And everyone will let you down. Both of those facts I'm certain. But I'm equally certain that Jesus came to take care of both those issues.
What? With a manger?
No. Not only a manger. You see, Christmas was just the beginning. Start at the manger on a cold winter night. Look for the star in the sky, then follow its light. It leads to a Savior that is lost. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. Start at the manger, at the child in the hay, the gift of our Father in heaven. The price he would pay, all of his children, no matter the cost. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. Imagine that you own the wealth of the world, all of its riches and gold. What good will it do when tomorrow arrives and you're left empty and cold? Start at the manger where redemption began, where Jesus stepped down from his throne to die as a man. For tomorrow still stands. If you're not busy tonight, the Christmas Eve service is still on.
We have a packed church tonight. One more won't make a difference.
One more makes all the difference. Well, I better be getting. Now, you have a wonderful Christmas. You hear, Hattie?
The same to you, Brother Sam. Now, you better hurry. You have a church full of people waiting for you.
I do, don't I? I better run before they change their mind then, right?
Well, Sam, wait. Here's the 10% back. Put it with the original offering. That's where it belongs.
I wish you could deliver it yourself.
I've got plans. Maybe next year.
All right, then. You know, 6 blocks off Central, if you change your mind. Merry Christmas. Whoa. Almost ran into you, little lady.
I'm sorry, Brother Sam. I gotta get at Hattie's right away. It's almost 5 and Herzog's is gonna close.
I don't think you have a problem with that today. You see, Herzog is having a little trouble closing today. Now, you make sure your mom has a Merry Christmas, you hear?
I will. Bye, Sam.
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. Here's a little something from me to you.
Really? What is it?
A cheese ball. Without the knife.
Why, thank you.
You can eat it now, or take it to the church service 6 blocks off the Central, in case you forgot.
I didn't forget. I've got an engagement. In fact, I'm running late.
More than you know. Well, Merry Christmas, Maxwell.
Hattie, I did it. I sold every one of my papers, and no freebies. Well, maybe a couple. But I think I have enough money. I just gotta have enough money.
Well, let's count it out and see.
Things up, Dixie. I just gotta have the right amount of money.
I'm counting, darling. I'm counting. Can't you see the smoke rising from my fingers?
Okay, ladies. It's time to drop ore and lock up. I'll see you, Miss Garfield, and you, Miss Plunkett, tomorrow. And Mommy said she will be stopping by to see what brainstorms are brewing.
I'll be there. So will my brain.
That's what I'm afraid of. Merry Christmas and good work, Miss Garfield.
Really?
You sure can pull an oar for Swabby. Carry on.
Aye. Now count it once more.
Hattie, that can't be the right amount. I'm so close. Add it up again.
Okay, but I've already figured it twice.
Oh, bother. I forgot to get Amanda's angel for her Christmas tree. Where am I going to find one at this time?
Oh, Hattie, it's beautiful.
Remarkable. Miss McGee, I didn't know that you sold Christmas ornaments in your newsstand.
There's quite a few things you've been missing over the years, Mr. Herzog.
I'm starting to see that. How much for the angel?
How much do you need?
$1.83.
$1.83? That's an odd price.
Well, let's make it an even $2. That's pretty normal.
$2 it is. Here you go.
Thank you.
It is a beautiful angel, and I'm lucky I found one today.
It's Christmas Eve, Mr. Herzog. They're everywhere tonight.
Here you go. A little something from me to you.
Your Christmas wreath, Miss McGee. Thank you.
Well, I know how much you like green stuff. Now, you better hurry. You have a very anxious 5-year-old waiting for that angel.
Merry Christmas, ladies.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Hattie, I did it. A whole $2. I have more than enough money.
You do, honey. I'll go get your pay envelope.
Okay.
That's quite a sales strategy you got there, kiddo. Maybe I should take lessons.
Oh, hi again, mister. I'm sorry I threw that paper at you before. I was kind of in a hurry.
That's all right. So was I. Say, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You don't really believe angels are real, do you?
Of course I do. Heaven, too.
How do you know?
I don't know. I just do.
Well, you can't see them, can you?
No, but I can't see the wind, and I know that's real.
But you can see what that does to trees and leaves and to things and to people.
Yeah, and I guess that's how I know God and angels are real. What happens to people and things, like today.
Yeah.
Mom calls it faith. I call it like I see it.
But you can't see it.
Oh, I'll see heaven one day, and angels too, but not until I die. My daddy will be there, and both my grandmas, and Jesus too. Mom says it'll be better than 1,000,000 Christmases.
Katie, if you and your mom and so many other people can feel the wind, then why can't I?
I don't know. Maybe you're just too bundled up, or maybe you're facing the wrong direction.
Here's your pay, Katie. You better hurry if you plan on buying anything else today.
Thanks, Hattie. Merry Christmas, mister.
Maxwell, do you know what time it's getting to be?
The time? I've got to run, Katie. Hattie, sorry. Bye. I was 5 blocks off Central.
6 blocks! See? Didn't I tell you folks a few miracles were in the air today? There's one right around the corner and one 6 blocks off of Central. Godspeed, Maxwell Selden. I think you're going to have a real Christmas this year.
I can't believe I'm still short.
Not by much. One more sale would do it. Listen, why don't I just lend you what you need?
No. I've come this far to come up short. I'm not gonna abandon ship now.
Abandon? Alice, you're starting to scare me.
Excuse me, but is it too late to buy something?
It hasn't been so far, but you'll have to ask our sales staff.
Well, where are they?
They're all over there, counting.
Thank you.
55, 56, 57.
Excuse me.
Yes, can I help?
But I'd like to buy that locket in the window.
Oh, honey, you don't have to spend your money on...
One more sale would do it. The store closes in 1 minute.
Which locket do you want, miss?
The silver one. The one that's big enough to hold this picture of my daddy.
Sold!
And here's your commission, Alice. Your full commission.
And I'd like to pay those items in layaway.
Sold. Here it is.
The car that Scotty wanted? The one he wanted so much, Mom, I thought you couldn't afford it.
Well, I managed to find something special today. Something I misplaced for a very long time.
What's that?
A little extra faith. And guess what else I found?
What?
Why don't you look and see?
My bicycle! My very own bicycle! Mom, you're the best! It's the one with the basket and the tassels on the handlebar. Oh, boy. Wait till Janet
I don't want you riding in the street, okay?
I better wait till Mom. Look, I know we could do it. Yeah.
I knew you could do it, kid. Always did. I just think you were the last to know.
I knew he could do it.
Well, I think that's everything. Are you coming?
In a minute. I'll lock up. I do have the key, you know.
That's right. You do. Have a Merry Christmas, Alice.
I will.
Today I found a way to make her dream come true this Christmas Eve. Today, tomorrow has changed, 'cause I found the faith to finally believe in a little more Christmas at Christmas time. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, that dares to last. A little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas won't be tough. When believing in Jesus will always be enough. So if a little more faith found its way under my Christmas tree,